What's up guys, it's your boy Endymion here with another video. This time I want to look at the supposed Star Wars game that's coming from Ubisoft. If you somehow don't know who Ubisoft is, they're the company behind games like Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six Siege, and Watch Dogs. They also made Splinter Cell games, until they stopped making games in that series and forgot about it. Ubisoft, you should make a new Splinter Cell game sometime, just saying. Anyway, for the past really quite a decade, the Star Wars license from a game perspective has been exclusively tied to EA, or Electronic Arts, the company behind games like Battlefield, Apex Legends, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Well, that kind of isn't exclusive to them anymore, which is a really great thing. Disney has found a way, most likely due to contractual loopholes or expiry dates in the contract with EA, that Disney can now partner with other companies to make Star Wars related games. So here we are in 2021 with the potential concept of a Star Wars game from the people who make Assassin's Creed being in charge of a new open world Star Wars game, which is pretty cool. So what would that look like? The game is in early development, like extremely early, but it's fun to theorize, so that's what I'm going to do here. What does an Ubisoft Star Wars game look like? Well, I know it's a little blunt and maybe not as imaginative as you'd hope, but I think it's pretty safe to say, and it's pretty obvious what a Star Wars game will look like in their care. It's going to be probably Assassin's Creed with lightsabers, and hey, that doesn't actually sound all that bad really either. See, Assassin's Creed used to be a yearly release game, like Call of Duty, which wasn't a good idea, and it eventually led to the quality of the series reaching an exploding point when Assassin's Creed Unity came out and was buggier and less optimized than anything fans could have expected at the time. Unity ended up tarnishing the brand of AC so heavily that it almost downright killed the franchise. Oof, imagine a world without Assassin's Creed games. Anyway, eventually Ubisoft decided that it needed to reinvent the series, and in 2015, a wee little game came out that rocked the entire game industry. It was called The Witcher 3. Yeah, cool game. See, at this point in time, most if not all Ubisoft games that were open world in some way didn't exactly have unique content in their open worlds. Most of them was like a few activities, maybe take over a base, chase this item, climb the tower, stuff to do in video games kind of things. But none of it was memorable. And then they just took those activities and multiplied them by like 30 times each and threw them all over a map, and old school Ubisoft game maps looked like it was more icon than map. I mean, look at this. Is there a map underneath all these icons? Good God. Witcher 3 decided, you know what, we're going to be an open world game, but we're not going to do what Ubisoft does, but instead fill our world with interesting people to meet, fun mini games, and lots of lovely ladies. Ooh, very nice. So Ubisoft saw Witcher 3 and went, we need that, but we don't own Witcher 3. So what are we going to do? And at this time, Ubisoft had this nightmare-fueled Assassin's Creed Unity in the wild, and the less than stellar Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which was a decent game, but, same thing. Big maps, same stuff, yada, yada, yada. So the year is 2017, and Ubisoft announces Assassin's Creed Origins. It's completely new. The combat isn't just wait to counter stuff. The game is an RPG now. There's levels and modifiers. There's dialogue trees. It's almost as if Ubisoft just copied The Witcher 3, but made it an Assassin's Creed game. Wow, very nice, Ubisoft. And hey, Assassin's Creed was on top of the world again. It sold like toilet paper in a pandemic. You just couldn't get enough of it. And the world of Assassin's Creed at this point, while not quite as memorable or as interesting as Witcher 3's world, Ubisoft at least started to transition from the copy and paste of previous game activities into more varied stuff. Although, yeah, you still infiltrated bases and climbed towers, I guess. It's an Assassin's Creed game, man. What are you gonna do? So, why did I give you all this history? I thought this was a video about Star Wars, you say. Well, my friends, I wanted to show you and make sure you knew what kind of developer and company Ubisoft is, so you understand where I'm coming from. So if Ubisoft makes a Star Wars game, I expect it to be like The Witcher 3. I mean, Assassin's Creed 2017 onward, in that it'll be big, open, there'll be melee combat, maybe a skill tree or 3. That's about it, really. So there is a few things I think I would want in an Assassin's Creed Star Wars game, and I'll list them quick here. One, you gotta be able to choose if you're a Jedi or Sith. I mean, it's that simple. Let me cut down the little baby Padawans if I want. Okay, thank you. Number two, it's gotta have multiple worlds to explore. I mean, one of the best things about Jedi Fallen Order was that it had multiple worlds to explore, which not only allowed for variety in level layouts, but, scenery. Jedi Fallen Order is a great game with a lot of soul, which is saying something since, it stars a ginger kid as a Jedi. Number three, and I'm excited about this idea, various modes of transportation. See, in The Witcher 3 Creed 3 Valhalla, you basically can either ride a horse or your boat, which I mean, it's fine, I guess, but this is Star Wars. We got weird aliens, pod racers, speeder bikes, whatever this is. Like, there's things to ride besides horses, which is way more interesting. I think if Star Wars Assassins does multiple smaller worlds with diverse wildlife, biomes, and themes, instead of one big, massive land, which I mean would go against the whole kind of in space thing, that'd be pretty cool. And, maybe have different skill trees that focus on one lightsaber, maybe two sabers, or the one Darth Maul uses, or Palpatine-style Force-only powers. What I'm trying to say is that an Ubisoft-made Star Wars game could be one hell of a good time, or it could be one of the most soulless, crushing, misguided experiences ever. And really, it's all up to Ubisoft. Oh yeah, and wishful thinking, although I doubt it'll happen, but it would be cool to play as multiple races. I mean, I doubt it. It would require Ubisoft to hire multiple voice actors for like whatever race you could play. They would have to make character models to fit every piece of equipment differently, and let's be honest, they won't do that even though it would be awesome. It'll be like current Assassin's Creed. You pick man or woman and you're good to go. Yeah, I want to be an evil Yoda that kills Padawans, but it's fine. Anyway, that's my opinion and video on a Star Wars game made by Ubisoft. What do you think it'll be? Is Ubisoft a good fit? Yeah, no, let me know. And please subscribe, like, and all that stuff. I'm Endymion, and it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day, I guess. I'm gonna go eat chocolate and cry in the shower. See ya.